Sita. The channel's Anila Sita 101. As you can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about something crazy. We're going to be talking about how to manifest with an orgasm. Because you know what's crazy? This actually works. I have done this before and I manifested moving to New York with this technique. In case you are new to this and you just randomly stumbled upon this video and you're like, what the fuck am I doing on this side of YouTube? Manifestation comes from the law of attraction, which is all about bringing things into your life with your vibration, which is your emotion, and your thoughts. Because thoughts are things. Everything that you think, it manifests into your reality. So whether you are manifesting consciously or not, manifestation is happening anyways all the time. Like, you know, I'll give you an example. You wake up in the morning and you spill your coffee and that puts you in a lower mood. Then you just continue to go through your day thinking this is a shit day, and so you keep attracting experiences that confirm that it is a shit day. That's what manifestation is. But anyways, let's get into what this video is actually about, which is manifesting with an O. So I'm gonna explain to you why it works. The reason why it works is because the center down there, so your sexual organs, are so powerful that they are able to create life. As a woman, we're not only able to create life, we are able to hold it in our stomach. Like, there's a whole ass baby that we can create that's gonna be in our body. If you think about it, that's creating a life. So why would you not be able to use that power of creating a life to create something in your life and use it for manifestation? That energy in itself is so powerful, and that's the reason why this works. I remember years ago when I first discovered the law of attraction, I was messing around with different techniques and was like seeing what works for me, and some of them worked, some of them didn't, and this is definitely one of them that works. Like, now that I know this, I don't be wasting my orgasms, you know what I'm saying? I be using them to manifest my dream life. Now, I will say you obviously don't have to do this every single time. Like, imagine you're with a partner, you kind of don't want to be like thinking about your manifestation while you're, you know, being intimate with someone. But all I'm saying is this is something that you might as well try out, especially if you're single like me and you just don't want to waste those climaxes, if you know what I'm saying. So basically, the way that this works is you use the power of the big O. I'm gonna refer to it as the big O. You can use the big O for your visualization. So I'm gonna give you an example. Imagine you're on your own at night, just like having a little bit of me time, having some fun. You know, you do whatever you gotta do to get yourself to feel good. As soon as you feel you're about to reach that point, the climax, the big O, whatever you want to call it, I need you to visualize what it is that you want to manifest. What also works is, like, I personally like to visualize and say stuff out loud because it just works for me. I've done this a lot of times and it always works for me to say something out loud. So you can say it out loud, be like, I want, and then say what you want your manifestation to be. So you could be like, I want to move to New York, and then visualize yourself being in New York, living your life in New York as you are climaxing. And what that does is, like, that energy, that emotion is so powerful as you climax that you're gonna be able to use that to fuel your manifestation, because manifestation is all about energy and emotion, right? Think of emotion. It's energy in motion. So emotion is the most powerful thing to manifest. So usually what I would do is visualize what it is that I want and then say what it is that I want. So, like, I want to move to New York or whatever. I want a text message from this person, and I imagine it at the same time, and then afterwards I let it go. And you know what's crazy is I have had this work with, like, manifesting money. It personally doesn't always work for me because I feel like it can be distracting as well to be, like, in the emotions of the O, and maybe visualization is, like, really hard for you. But if you don't want to visualize, you could also just say it out loud and let the power of the orgasm work its magic. I feel like this is why they call it sex magic, because it be that, it's that pussy power, you know what I'm saying? Now, to get to the story of what actually happened is I discovered this technique through a blog post, and I was like, okay, bet, let's try this. I want to go to university in New York. This was like years ago when I was still applying for universities and colleges. And you know what's crazy? I ended up getting into a school in New York, of all the places that I applied to. And while I was like manifesting or climaxing, as I was manifesting, you know, doing all of that jazz, I remember what I did was I looked at a picture of New York actually. So my screensaver at the time was always New York, like the city. As I was doing my thing on myself, I looked at that photo and it did end up happening. So I will say this is totally legit. This is totally real. If you're cynical about this, just think about the energy of that whole center in your body and the fact that it creates life. If it's able to create life, why the hell should it not be able to create your dream life, if that makes sense? Okay, so that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching. Sending you so much love.